Are we up? Are we up? Are we up? Are we up? Let me check. Okay, I think we're up. Okay. Another day, another stream, continuing work on this artwork. Got sand and water rendering to do next, and then like of course grass, bottles and all this stuff, but for now I'm going to continue with the sand and water parts. Hello, welcome back. Okay, so let's just continue with the sand and water stuff. I have set up some layers. Let me check. That's by the way, if you haven't seen this already, this is what I did yesterday. The man, the tree, and the pole and everything. This side is done. So I have water rays there. That's going to stay there. I'm going to create a new layer, and I have not been drawing before this, so this is going to be a bit of a warm-up, but hopefully I can just jump straight into it. So clean up some of the coloring, make sure it actually fits within the lines now. I'm just drawing layer over layer and just trying to do it that way. Background, I'm just going to paint the entire background and then erase around in areas. And I'm just going to erase in areas to make it fit. Okay, sand, color within lines. Not sure why it's dark there. Maybe it's the way the sand, I think this part is supposed to be light because that's a highlight. Yep. Highlight. So this white part is sticking out. So let's see, this has to be blended out. Color within the lines. There we go. Speed. Oh, wait, let me check if my chat boxes are lined up. Hello. Oh. Okay, yeah, it's working. I think at one point I've got two different chat boxes open, and I think at one point they broke and I missed like a whole bunch of messages from someone, and it was embarrassing, especially for someone of my size. Every little thing counts. So I've also been like forgetting to update the stream notifications and stuff too. I just remembered today to do it properly. Hopefully I get used to this over a longish period of time, over like enough time, because it's fun when people are around. So maybe I can keep doing this long term, hopefully. Although I tend to like lose interest in stuff after like a month or so. So I'm trying my best to get into like a little workflow and make things as streamlined as possible so that, you know, I can just keep doing this stuff over and over again without thinking, without it occupying too much of my time. If there's too much effort, too much resistance, then I kind of hesitate. and stuff. Like, weirdly enough, I sometimes double procrastinate. Like, when I have work to do, I'll procrastinate by doing stuff like this, like art, or like working on like hobby project stuff, the visual novel stuff. And then when when I'm falling behind on like this work stuff, or when it's time to stream, I kind of procrastinate. Not stream, but like when it's time to like record videos or do more artwork so I can post it. I procrastinate by doing work. So I'm in like a double procrastination loop. Where I procrastinate on doing work by doing hobbies, and then procrastinate on hobbies by doing work, and somehow get stuff done. It's a bad habit that I need to break out of. Consistency is key, especially when it comes time to market the visual novel and stuff. You need a platform for that. And that's my job. I'm the one that dragged everyone into this mess. So no, well, that's life. Yeah, for some reason, strong, weird colors work for everything. This has to be smoothed out here. So let me smooth it out. That's strong enough? Seems strong enough. Let me do the shadow here first. I need to set up a macro for the sand. Okay, that shadow should not be there. Yep, that looks all right. So I just need to smooth this portion out here. Smooth that out. Wait, Max viewer, Max viewer, clean this up. Okay. So let's smooth out. Oh. Get over here. Highlights there. Oops. Maybe I should paint some orange onto these coconuts too. With them kind of maturing. Maybe onto this one. Okay. Now we need some textures on this. Okay, now this pile here. Clean all this up. Clean up the line work. Hmm. Wait, it's getting darker when I color around here for some reason. Not sure why that is. The layers are all the same. I'm in the right brush mode. I don't know why it's getting darker. The color around here. That is very odd. It's not like the reference images there. I don't know why it keeps getting darker. Okay, these are gonna be black or like purplish because they're supposed to be charcoal. So like a dark purple. bit of a weird color to use here, like for charcoal, but color theory is very weird for some reason. So like hopefully if when I zoom out, it's gonna look blackish like charcoal, even though it's dark purple. It makes no sense. Same with like a lot of colors everywhere else. You're like, that's purple, but you zoom out, it's like a shadow. That's purple, but you zoom out, it's like dark brown shadow. I don't know. I need to practice it a bit more. So just picking colors better, more vibrant stuff. I mean, it is what it is. And then some highlights here. Maybe I can use like a crack texture, so it looks like cracked charcoal. Maybe bricks would work. No, it needs to be cracks. No, let's go normal. Larger cracks with alpha lock. More opacity. That looks too goofy. We tone it down a little. Oh, go pure white. Semi-white. Okay, sit. Goddamn stream spam bots, man. Okay. Right there. Right there. Highlight over here. And then go 1, 2, 3. Shadow. Shadow. Oh, wait a minute. All this stuff is supposed to be burnt. Shit, damn it. I forgot my own notes. Shadow. That part there is supposed to be. These coconut husks are supposed to be partially burnt. Okay, so let's sample on the charcoal color. And just color it all in. Just along that edge there. This one may be a little charcoaling on the hinges. And this one, big charring. And in the center there. Yeah, that's like it. And then some darkening in the center there, but I'll get back to that later. I want it to be textured differently. So like I'm doing a really dark blue to indicate soot buildup around here. Circle around the edge here. And some sort of ash. Maybe pile of rocks would do well. Yeah, that works. Is ash. That bit there needs to be smoothed out. Not happy with this. It looks weird. Like when I look out, it looks fine. When I zoom in, it looks like obviously a bunch of blobs. So just clear this out. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. The smoke I'm gonna draw in later when I'm done texturing the sand. Maybe these shadows need to be a bit darker. Hello. Hello, how you going? I'm just finishing up. I'm still stuck on the sand part. I've just finished these two and now I'm gonna do a work on the fish scales. How's your day going? What are you up to? Etc. etc. The rendering process for me is like fairly straightforward. It's just cleaning up some of the base coloring. The base coloring is done like very roughly, and then just adding shadows and highlights and then adding textures. So it's very much simple process over and over again. Oh, fish done. Oop, fish tail. Fish tail. Oh yeah, and that's me typing. Thanks. I'm actually, it looks much better than my previous one. The one I made before this. The colors were a bit turned out a bit bland. But yeah, streaming right now is a bit of a grind, especially with both the World Cup and Streamer University going on. Do you also do like art streams and stuff, or do you stream in like a gaming category or something different? Okay. Okay, now shadow here. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Shading around the eyes. Oops. Coloring here. Yeah, me and like my small team, we're working on like a visual novel, but not like a typical like anime style romantic adult visual novel. And we haven't started on the art stuff yet, so I'm just practicing my art skills. I didn't actually know how to draw till like a few months ago. Like we're still scripting at the moment. It's not an adult visual novel, so like we have no idea how to market it. Someone has to figure out some sort of process. Like there isn't really much of a community that would be interested. Yeah, this is very unfortunate. I can't tell whether the World Cup and Streamer University is affecting things that much because, I'm still fairly new. I only started this like 1 or 2 weeks ago. So, like, I have no idea whether it is affecting it, but it feels like it. Like, earlier last week, things were like super busy. Now that the finals are coming up and Streamer U is starting, it's getting a bit slower. Usually, okay. Oh, there's another person. Yeah, usually it wasn't this busy at the beginning of the week. Huh. Uh, right now it's like 6 people in the team, but only like 2 people, me and the other guy. We're like the main guys, and the rest just throw in ideas and like they make suggestions, fix stuff here and there. Where's Skins? I did not sleep well last night, so my brain is slightly fried. Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, to be fair, in my case, uh, I only got like, wait, what happened? In my case, I was set up for streaming. I think we got a new internet connection and stuff just 2 weeks ago. So then things were stable. And also, I was learning how to draw and stuff. And I just got good enough to start streaming 2 or so weeks ago, so I couldn't really start earlier. Yeah, but like this is very unfortunate timing. I have no idea how the color burn filter works. I like using it a lot, but I have to always play around with the colors to figure out what gives the right results. So let's try blue, lighter blue. Actually, I'm just gonna go white. I can just fix it later if I don't like it. It's like office drama. So it starts off like very weird, like a guy shows up to work, but instead of going down the normal like romance route, the main people that you think they'll be interested in, they do their own thing, and then different things. It's like an actual normal story. Like he tries to fit in, and then he doesn't fit in, and then this event happens, and then like the main character ends up getting a relationship with someone else. He has to deal with work and stuff. It's like uh, it's like watching like like a car crash in slow motion, like an actual real story that's like closer to real life than like some sort of fantasy where this happens or that happens. uh I usually, like at the moment, what I find works is building everything layer by layer. So I cover up the previous layer with the next layer, and then I start from like the thing in front from the thing back. So it's in a weird way, I'm like erasing, like if I, when I'm gonna draw the background, I'm thinking of just drawing over everything and then erasing around it. For some reason, like when I'm drawing, I fix the errors, any errors I see from the layers below it. So like I'm constantly just adding on top, adding on top, adding on top, adding on top, and I just don't really use layers all that well. Like now that this fish is done, I'm gonna start doing the sand now on top of everything. So, so are you animating your thing, your animated short? Are you doing it solo or are you part of a team? I've tried lots of different processes. For some reason, this gives me like the most visually interesting result. Like the other methods always, the colors always seem flat. My color theory isn't really like super great. Okay. Okay, so you're just like storyboarding or just like making a rough pencil test or like a rough animatic or something? Is it like a personal project or university project? Or is it like something that you're funding solo? Because those can be like very brutal. That color is wrong. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. For this one, it's good. For this one, it's good. Like the previous one. Where's the previous one? I use very large canvas sizes, so it takes a lot of time. For the previous one, like the colors in a lot of areas like really fall flat. So okay. So did you submit a different project for university, or something which was like easier to do? Like it's surprising how little time you have in university and how long things take. But yeah, like this dress, I should not have made it. Like the shoes, I'm happy with. The shoes are not black; they're like blue, and it works. But the dress, I should not have made it pure white. It just looks kind of flat, on some monitors. Like with digital art, it looks different on different screens, so that's annoying. And then this rabbit doesn't really stick out much when you look at it from a distance. Like I'm not sure whether I need more experience. Like I've only done like a couple dozen proper artwork, so like I'm not sure if it's the line weight or maybe the colors or the contrast. I tried adding more shadows and more highlights, but it looks weird. And like when I zoom out, it doesn't stand out that much. So I'm not really. These tentacles too look a bit paler than I wanted to and stuff, and the eyes don't really stand out that much. The hair is too vibrant, so I'm not really happy with the colors for this one. And like the background colors, they don't really contrast and pop that much. But yeah, this one, the one I'm working on now, this one is turning out much better. Like the base colors for this one, I tried color blocking in advance and doing the shadows and then rendering over it, and it just ended up being a huge double job. Whereas with this one, I just picked strong base colors and now I'm just like rendering it all in one go. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's shadow color. Stick up. Okay. Okay. So you get assigned groups of people, like 3, 4 people, and then you suggest ideas, and then like everyone in the group suggests an idea, and then they only go with one. If I'm reading that correctly. I mean, the visual novel stuff that we're working on, I also started in university. I think DDLC had come out the year before, and for some reason I was bored during a lecture, and I was just on my phone and I decided to look up which engine DDLC was like made in, and like I found the Ren'Py documentation, and while I was going through it, I was like, this seems simple. You can make. I didn't really like DDLC. I thought there was like lots of improvements you could make. You can add more characters, more photos, more locations, more interesting stuff. So that's I looked at the Ren'Py documentation. I was like, making visual novels seems easy. And then like it turns out drawing pictures takes a very long time for some reason. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Like something like this has been done over the course of like 3. So far, this has been 2 and a little bit streams. So maybe what's the time? Oh, hello, new person watching. Maybe 7 hours to get to this point. I need to really practice drawing fast, man. Like, to be fair, my shoulder was kind of messed up when I did do this, when I started doing this earlier this week. So let's go textures. There should be a sand texture. I'm gonna go maybe concrete. Yeah, that could work. Concrete. Let's go burn color and then normal. No. Oh, wow. So like, wait, how many people are in your class? Is it like 40 people or like 20, 10 per team or something? I think there was one guy who I was chatting to like last week. Uh, yeah, I mean, there's one guy I was talking to last week. He is doing his own animated stuff for university completely solo, and like, yeah, 15% is good. He was doing his completely solo, and he was really struggling with humans. If you have like a large group of people, you can like have one person who really likes drawing humans, they can just focus on the humans. You got one group of people who likes animals, they can work on animals. If you want to if you have one group that if you have one person who's good at backgrounds, they can do the backgrounds. If you're doing everything solo for like an entire animated work, it becomes brutal because you get caught up in like the stuff that you're not good at. Okay, that's looking nice and textured. I'm gonna add a little bit of smoke here. So let's say I took like a month off. Yeah, that looks good. Let me just go with a whitish color. I took like a month off drawing just to find and download and set up a whole pack of these little effects brushes. And like these palm leaves, these are all effects brushes too and stuff. I don't like this wisp. So is it like and the animation, is it like 3D or hand drawn pencil, traditional pencil, or is it like there's one which is like candle smoke. I think this is the one. No, there's one I tested which is like slight candle thing. No, something wisp. Let me search my brushes. All okay. Well, I remembering it. Ah, okay. Yeah, that other guy was doing it like traditional 2D pencil and paper style. Like I also draw like I like this was originally like a pencil sketch and stuff. I'm not really good at drawing humans when it's purely digital. For some reason, it throws me off. I mean, hold on, where is the? That's the reference sketch. Yeah, overlaid on top. I do actually have a traditional setup. I've got like 3D printed peg bars and like punched paper and stuff. Um, like it has a certain look to it, but I haven't had much chance to use it. I'm thinking since, it's for a visual novel, it's just gonna have a few minor animations. You're not gonna animate an entire person walking. It's just gonna be like turning, picking something up, like small little punchy animations. So that might work better, at least for like the sketch. And then when I ink it and color it up, I can make it look better. And yeah, this top part might add more smoke actually. Make it stand out a bit more. If this top part seems done. Yeah. I mean, I guess different things work for different people. So, have you completed the university project, or are you doing your personal pitch that you want to do and the university project at the same time? Simultaneously. Okay, this sand part seems done. I have not cleaned up these edges though. Let me just do this all properly. There we go. Ah, so it's so the short that the entire team is making, it's gonna happen over like multiple years or multiples. Oh, thank you for the follow, by the way. It's very appreciated. I'll. What time do you stream? I might be able to watch you as well, depending. Might be very possible since what is it? It's 12 now, so I start at like 10. I start usually from 2 hours ago till now, somewhere in between, depending on how busy I am. So I could jump into. Ah, it's really. Huh. Huh. Like the longest I know is for like I did software engineering. I think the main software engineering course that we had on offer, that was like 1 year. You had 1 year to make an actual like app or project, and then like that's it. I've not heard of something that lasts for 2 years. Ah, okay. I'm on Fiji time, which is like the exact opposite of you guys. Like Greenwich, like GMT. I think it's UTC now, but like GMT, Greenwich, exact opposite. The international date line like runs through one corner, like the edge of one of the islands here. Like there's a post they stuck on the ground on land where it would have run through if they didn't bend it around the country. So like we are exact. Whatever time you have there, just change AM to PM or PM to AM, and it's like my time here. UK is all one time zone, right? It's not one side of the country is like half an hour ahead, and another side is half an hour behind, right? It's all one time zone. If so, then we're exact opposites. Like it's the middle of the night right now. Okay. Oop, forgot this edge here. Nah, okay. So you're just studying in the UK? Or like just doing university in the UK? I'm not sure how the UK works either, to be fair. Which is wild considering that we have your guys' flag at the corner of our flag, so. So I mean, like, it is what it is. Okay, now water stuff. I'm gonna render some of these rocks. Render some of these rocks out. Half bread. Ah, okay. Ah, okay. So, mm, so I guess we are opposite, but like not. So same. Nah, okay. So we are opposite time zones, but different. Ah. So do you speak both English and Spanish? Is Canary Island like mostly is English speaking, or does it have like two official languages or something? Yeah, so it's like close to France, part or like close to Spain, also close to France, but operating with whatever, like operating according to the UK or something. Wait, so it's Spanish territory, but UK time. That seems uncharacteristic of the Spanish to do. No, wait, I think I'm on the wrong layer. I'm supposed to put a new layer down. So a half British person, a half French person staying on Spanish territory but running on UK time. Seems like an interesting life. Yeah, here we have like 3 official languages. So we have English, of course, like this used to be like an old British colony. We have Fijian, which is like what the native people here speak. And then we've got Hindi because there's a large Indian population here, hence why I'm here. So those are the 3 main languages, but there's also like a huge Chinese community here, and they've been around since like the Chinese Civil War. And then there's also Rotumans. Rotuma, for some reason, is like really far away. It's closer to Tonga, but for some reason, the British decided to just make it part of Fiji. So it's like you have a map of Fiji, and then like in that empty spot where there's just ocean, they put like a box there, and then they put Rotuma there. So Rotuma is under our jurisdiction, but they're doing their own thing. And then Rambi Islanders, when their island started like sinking and stuff, I think also some islanders, the ones where they did nuclear testing, some of them bought land in Fiji and they have their own little community here. So it's an absolute hodgepodge of stuff. It is very, very confusing because like there's a lot of people who like Indians and like rural communities and stuff, even some people who are working office jobs and stuff, depending on the environment and the company culture, they speak uh, Hindi very well, but they can't speak English that well. And then some Fijians speak Fijian very well, but they can't speak English. They don't understand Hindi at all. And then you got some people who speak English very well, but they don't understand Fijian or Hindi. So it's like a huge mess. Fiji is like, there's 2 islands. There's 2 main islands, and then a collection of 1 smaller island, and then a collection of minor islands towards the northwest and southeast. So the main island that I'm on, it's around 360 kilometers circumference. If you drive around it, it's around 360. And the other one is roughly the same size, but it's like a long sausage shape and you can't drive around it. It's the roads to the various places there are like point to point, going through just the major points. So I mean, it's the population here is fairly big. There's like just under 1 million people, and like if you know New Zealand, like New Zealand has 2 islands, the North Island and the South Island. Most of the people in New Zealand are on the North Island. The huge South Island, they have a population that's like a few 100,000 smaller than ours. So we do have a lot of people here, relatively speaking. But yeah, like transportation between the 2 ferries and like boats and stuff, we don't have like a tunnel, undersea tunnel, or any of that fancy stuff, so it's a bit of a pain. Especially with the facilities. The facilities are like not super crazy or anything. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't strike me as weird because I'm used to it, but sometimes when I describe stuff to people or show them the markets and like the culture, religion, and stuff, it kind of throws them off. little bit. Like we do weird stuff here sometimes. That's normal to us. No, actually, like I've been spending like some time on Discord. I wasn't actually on social media a lot or like at all until like earlier last year. And like out of all the places I've been in, there's only been like one server that asks about Fiji water and stuff. To be fair, we don't really drink uh Fiji. I don't really drink. I don't like Fiji water, and most of the people here don't really like it. Tastes like diluted coconut juice to me for some reason, but a lot of other people here don't drink Fiji water that much. We have like our own bottled water and stuff. Yeah, like people haven't really asked me about it online. Technically, I guess I do drink Fiji water, as in like you know water from a tap, and I'm in Fiji, so like technically I am drinking the water in Fiji from Fiji. Just like open the tap, drink the thing. I don't know, but yeah, but not proper bottled Fiji water. I mean, on like our island has like a varying climate. You've got like the trade winds, which is bringing in lots and lots of rain and clouds from one direction, and then you've got like a mountain range in the middle. And the side that I'm on gets a lot of rain and stuff. And the tap water on this side of the island, it tastes really good. Most of it comes from like rivers and stuff coming straight from the mountains, springs. It's like very. If you go to the other side of the island, their water tastes not as good. It's a bit harder, got more minerals and calcium on it. A lot of it comes from like boreholes and wells and stuff. But their water actually tastes more like the stuff you get from the bottle because it's got like that minerally taste. I don't really like it. I did go to like Sydney briefly during Christmas time to like visit my sister. She's having her graduation, and the tap water in Sydney is like terrible. Like it tastes like garbage. Same in Melbourne. Like here, both sides of the island taste it tastes really good. So like I don't think unless you're like at a store and you want to buy some water to drink or something because you're on the road, or if you don't trust the tap water here, there's no reason to like actually buy bottled water. Our tap water tastes very fine. Oh, okay. So Canary Island has got like limited. How big? What is the population of Canary Island? Are you there just because of summer break and stuff, and you go to university on the mainland, or is it, or is it something like, or is there like a large university on the island? Like I would imagine they would have like good facilities or something like if there's like a large university, they should have like a big facility and stuff like treat water. Ah, okay, okay. So, mm, yeah, in some of like the more like outer island stuff, they might have to deal with the same thing. But most of the villages on like the smaller outer islands, they're they've been built around existing sources of water, not just rainwater, but some of them have like springs or like areas where like rainwater accumulates naturally, and the villages have like built around that. There's like 300 islands, small little islands that make up this country, and most of them are uninhabited because they just don't have enough water or enough food and stuff to like sustain anyone when they first came here. So, but I'm not sure if like water demand has got to the point where the government had to build water desalination. Ah, okay. Ah, then yeah, I'm surprised that they don't that you guys don't have like a proper water treatment. 2 million? Wait, wait. So how come you guys don't have like? How come you guys have to like desalinate water and like drink from bottles and stuff instead of just like opening the tap? And that's a lot of that's like a big major island then. I mean, like to be fair, animation, like universities that specialize in animation, they I guess it's a bit more of a specialized thing, so that would make sense. I mean, we are also very touristy over here, and like all our industries are just like a good chunk of our university is just like training people how to be chefs and like work in the tourism sector. So we don't really have animation. Everyone is just on their own when it comes to learning that type of stuff. Ah, so you're on like a smaller island then. Oop, clean up, clean up, clean up, clean up. Hello. Okay, this has been a very busy Friday. Lots of people scrolling by, channel surfing and stuff today, popping in and out. Hmm. Okay, so that's fair. That's fair. So, what type of stuff do they teach you in your animation school? Are you guys learning like Toon Boom and stuff? Like Europeans, I think European animation industry is mostly Toon Boom and that type of. When it comes to like digital 2D stuff. And like, do they teach the entire software, or like, what do they? What exactly do they cover? Oh no, 3D. Like, are they teaching you guys Blender, or are they teaching you guys like Maya and stuff? I think Maya is like industry standard, but it's from what I heard, it's a mess, and like it's basically just a framework, and every single animation company just has their own tools that they build on top of Maya, using Maya as like some sort of base framework for everything. Or something like that. Yeah, it's I think the software itself is just very basic, and everyone over decades has just created like the individual custom in-house tools. And like the Unity is the same way. Like the Unity game engine, it's the actual base tool itself is just a random hodgepodge of stuff that they slap together over time, and then like everyone has like various plugins. There's industry standard plugins and everything that everyone adds to everything all the time. It's a huge mess. Like, do you get to, when you're learning 3D stuff, do you get to pick uh which ones you my words fail me, hold on. Do you get to like pick, okay, I want to learn 3D modeling, I want to learn 3D just texturing like with Substance Painter, like rigging, animation and stuff, or do you have to learn all of 3D like very roughly, and then all of 2D Toon Boom stuff very roughly? I mean, if they're teaching you both like 3D and 2D, it's gonna be like at least a 4 year program, or a 3 year one, but like a very, very, very brutal 3 year program. Yeah, yeah. As far as art universities go, that's like one of the more intense ones I've heard of. Most people just, when they go to art school, they just learn like one or two specific things or something. Like even for animation, it's either like 2D or 3D or something. Why is this getting darker? Hold on. Ah, the pencil line is there. Hold on. I've got a little sketch layer that's still in there with the inking layer. I erased it in some places like the leaves, but with a lot of my previous stuff like the demon girl thing, oh, well, so with the demon girl one, I didn't leave in the sketch and it looked a bit dull. Yeah. So is it like a 4-year program, or are you going to be finishing your uh, that assignment, the one where you have to make an animated short, like this year? My God, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Should be using like a concrete stone texture. What do you think? Ah, okay. Do they have further university classes like honors and stuff? Like I think for what I was doing like bachelor's of science. It was maybe you can do honors, you can do masters and stuff. Do they have like further programs, or once you finish your 4 years, they're just like, okay, here's a job fair, go get paid now, and then they spam you with like alumni newsletters and stuff. Illumina, I don't know how to pronounce that. The thing where they like message you for like donations and stuff after you graduate. Not sure what the term is. Oh yeah, yeah. I use like this one brush for everything. It can go from like a sharp texture to like a very soft blur. So like since I'm streaming the artwork, I'm not uh, I'm not doing this by myself. I'm trying to become fast at it. So when it comes to adding textures, I just go color burn. And then I go over everything again, and then that usually leads to results that are like, ah, okay, so does the university give like job fairs and stuff? Do they like hook you up with the industry? I mean, if they're teaching you Maya, they should. If it's like, if Maya is sponsoring the software and stuff for the school, they should have like industry people set up too, no? Like people who need those skills. Although I imagine AI right now is disrupting some of like the more bread and butter stuff. Like, I guess re-topology and stuff, they'll still need to do it by hand, but actually making the model itself, that might be a bit out the window at the moment. Thanks. Also try and check out your streams if since you are awake when I'm awake, I guess. Like, I think US time, I'm not. US people are completely off for me. Yeah, but like, thanks for stopping by. And hopefully I can see you again sometime. Have a good rest of your day. And hopefully you make something good. Oops. And hopefully your animation turns out well. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Saturdays, like tomorrow's gonna be Saturday. Usually on Saturdays I don't stream. That's like my break day, but I'm not gonna have any family commitments tomorrow because some people are traveling, so might be streaming tomorrow, but usually it's like every other day except for tomorrow. Yeah, just gonna paint on some of these shadows. Da, 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 da. I'm just making it up as I go along, and hopefully I'm gonna create something that looks convincingly rock-like. Here we go. Now that looks goofy. There we go. It's highlighting. I like how this is developing. That part is actually looking pretty good. I need to scatter various rocks, maybe throw some dark sand bits here so that it looks, so that we can tell what the bottom is, or maybe some shadow shading. Maybe indicated with a little bit of shading where the fall off is. Okay, a little bit of rock highlights here. A little bit of rock highlights. Rocky highlights. Rockanino. Rocky Bucky. Roro. Raha. Roru. Rara. Ray. Rahul. Raza. Ranu. I don't know what I'm saying, man. Just chilling and drawing. And chilling, well drawn, and for some reason, shadows in here. See, that rock doesn't fit with this. One of these rocks is throwing the other rocks off. This needs harsher shadows, so that it kind of matches the other ones. This one needs to have more shadows on this side. This one has to have more intense shadows here. Because, I mean, it's supposed to be blackish. Dark rocks. Sure why, but some of these rocks do not look 3D-ish enough, if that makes sense. Yeah, see, that's making more sense to me now. Orchid. Maybe it's the crab here. Maybe it's the lighting on the crab and on this coral here that's throwing everything else off because it's sticking out like a sore thumb. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah. Yeah, I need to take a bit of a break, Mike. My leg is starting to hurt a little bit from sitting down for so long. Maybe it's the lack of shadows on the ground that are throwing everything off, making it look like a bunch of 2D billboards in the middle of a 3D space. But yeah, my legs hurt. I'm gonna stand around, walk around for a while. Yeah, legs still hurt. I did not get proper sleep last night. I went to bed at like 5 in the morning, but I didn't fall asleep. I think 5:30, maybe 6 in the morning, and then I didn't fall asleep till like after 7:30, and then some customers from like the business thing that I'm doing, they called me and woke me up at like 20 to 11, and basically people kept calling. Some days the phones are dead until like after midday and I get some nice rest, but um today someone called, and I have do not disturb on my phone, but it doesn't silent call, it still lets calls through if you call twice from the same number within 15 minutes. So someone had called at like 11:40, and then they came to collect an order, and then another person called like shortly afterwards, and then half an hour later they came to collect orders, and then someone else called asking about something, and then someone else called to come place an order. So um, I wasn't able to go back to sleep. I only got like 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 hours of sleep last night. So I mean, like this, I have like an on week and an off week. So like 1 week or so, like some period of time, usually around 1 week, I feel like very sleepy and very lazy and don't really feel like doing anything, no energy. And then the next week, I have too much energy and I'm unable to fall asleep easily. But if I do get waken up early, or like in this case, I get minimal sleep one day because things come along that disturb me, I'm able to just stay awake for like the rest of the day. I don't feel like too knocked out. But obviously, I mean, around this time, it's midnight right now. I usually start streaming at around 10 p.m. till like midnight my time, and I go till like maybe 3 in the morning. So around this time, like my brain is a bit fried. Like I don't feel sleepy, but my brain doesn't work. Like if I go to bed now and I lay down and I try to sleep, I will not be able to fall asleep. But if I like try doing work, I'll get a headache. If I try doing math problems, I'm gonna struggle. If I do this, I'm fine. Like this is just drawing, just sketching and stuff, but I just need some, it's not, I'm still small right now. I'm just gonna unwind a little bit. It's not too serious yet. I mean, like, fingers crossed, maybe it will grow to something big, and no, seems fun. I can like talk to people and stuff for like long periods of time, and like do things and sketch and stuff. Like so far, sketching and posting it online hasn't really gotten much, so maybe this way of connecting will be good. So yeah, but like at the moment, my brain is a bit fried. It's not that serious anymore. There isn't really anyone popping in at the moment, since there isn't much chat activity and stuff going on. So yeah, if you are for some reason watching this part of the VOD, I'm just chilling. It's not that serious yet. I'm just gonna relax when it's time to relax and work when it's time to work, and conserve strength, because you never know when you're gonna need it, when you're gonna when it's gonna, like, when things go hard, they go hard very fast, and they go hard, like sometimes they just get your things just go hard very fast, and they go hard for like very long, and you get fed up of it, and then when things go slow, things just slow down. they just get really slow for like really long, and you're not sure when it's gonna pick up again. So like it is it is something that is a thing that I have to deal with, and that you might have to deal with too, and that we'll both have to deal with. Well, yeah, I'm gonna like wait a moment, wait for my brain to not be fried. I mean, like, I want my goal for this stream is to just get the sand and the water stuff done, and I'm like most of the way there. Once this is done, I might actually start coloring these in, but these are gonna be very rough. Just add lots of blur and stuff, add plants, blur it out, erase it with a mask and stuff. All the background might be on a separate layer, and I'll have to put like a transparency mask and then like paint around that. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. And then like add a little foliage in front here and a little bit of foliage back there. Yeah, fairly straightforward stuff. Yeah, brain is fine. Brain. 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 Big brain, small brain, little brain, big brain, all brain, no brain. Yes, brain. Maybe brain. Maybe not brain. Brain train, brain lane. I feel like having something sweet. I've got some dates with me. These are like palm fruits, like Middle Eastern, like fruits from a palm. I did not like these as a child because I didn't know what they were. But I mean, like, if you get like a good batch, so sometimes it's just bad, dry, and hard and fibrous. But if you get like these are all packaged here in the country, in Fiji. So where's this package? Like the dates themselves are imported, of course. We don't grow them. We're not like a Middle Eastern country. But it is packed here, local facility. And like the dates that they source are just all over the place. Sometimes they get a good batch, sometimes they get a bad batch. Some months are like, very nice. Some months are like, this is trash. It depends on the global market. But like this packet literally says here under nutritional information, ingredients, dates. Like literally just ingredients and then dates. Yeah, no shit. It's a pack of dates. It's just a packet. You put dates in it. It's just dried in the sun. You just put it in. Like, no shit. I don't know why salt has an expiry date. Why does table salt have an expiry date? It's a rock. How do rocks expire? How do rocks expire? Why does salt have an expiry date? It's not even like it's a rock. It's just a rock. Why? I mean, it's used to preserve other stuff. Does vinegar expire? Like vinegar is used as a preservative. So, does the preservative itself expire? Vinegar does not expire. It's just an acid, and like any organic stuff in it. Oh, okay. So its quality can change. It can like, I guess it can like age and stuff. Flavors might change. So if you're a company selling it, your customers expect a certain taste, a certain quality. If they buy something past the expiry date, then it might not have the same taste they expect. So I guess it makes sense for vinegar to have an expiry date, even though, well, a best before date, not an expiry date. It doesn't expire because it's so acidic. But a best before date. But why does like non-iodized salt? Like some people say, oh, the iodine. I've asked some people, they say, oh, the iodine. It says iodine, iodized salts. The iodine can like evaporate. The anti-caking agent in it might like evaporate or something. I don't know, but or like I don't know, devolve or something chemically. But like how? Like why does like non-iodized pure salt, like no like salt rocks on, like nothing with an anti-caking agent or anything, just pure salt, why does it have an expiry date? It's a rock. It doesn't. It's a rock. How does a rock have an expiry date? It's crushed up rock. It's sand. Crushed up. It's crushed up rock. Why does it have an expiry date? It makes no sense. Where are these packed? They just list a PO box. They don't list company address here, so I don't. Oh wait, there we go. Pitram Singh Road, Suva. Okay, so it's just here. It's in the capital. I'm in the capital, so it's just company imports dates in bulk in large packages and then puts it in these individual packets and just ships it. And just like ship it out to like local stores and stuff. So yeah, sometimes they cheap out and get like a batch and all the packets that are like, and all the ones from this brand are like bad for like a few months, and then sometimes you get a really good juicy soft sweet batch and it's like really good. These, like I bought a lot of these like 2-3 months ago, and like these had like really good dates on them, so hopefully they kept the quality up. Maybe hopefully they kept the sourcing in order. Sometimes same things with sultana. Sometimes it's you get like really nice plump juicy sultana. Sometimes it's a bit and it's a bit iffy, not really up to scratch. But yeah, I'm gonna but these open, get some dates. Have some dates. Have some dates. Have some dates. And okay, that one wasn't good, wasn't bad. Texture wasn't like gooey or gummy like I like it. It's a bit powdery. The package itself says that these dates are supposed to be like pitted mechanically, but I don't know why English works this way, but pitted dates means that the pits are removed. You would assume, like, English makes no sense. You would think, like, dates with their pits removed would be called, the pit is like the seed. Dates with the pit removed would be called unpitted dates. But for some reason, instead of saying unpitted dates, you say pitted. I do not understand how this works, but it says that these dates are supposed to be pitted using some sort of machine and may contain this seed inside them. sometimes, but the seed is supposed to be removed. But I think for all of these lately, they've just been getting dates that have the seed in them. I don't know why the package says that the seed isn't supposed to be in the dates. It's still in these all have the seed still in them. That one was nice. That was good date. Okay, their batches are still good. Mm. Mm. This one is good. Yeah, so the quality is still the wherever they're sourcing their dates from, still good. Either that or this is like an old batch. Yeah, this batch is from like February. I started like this brand when I bought it. They started. It got good from February. Like when I bought it from February, it was out of stock for a while, and then when it came back in stock, this was around Feb. I bought it. It was good. So I think this is the same batch that they got back then. They're still like selling through it. So. Mm. Yeah, that's good. Random things just go in and out of stock here. Like at one point, I couldn't find mushrooms. Dental floss that was plain, no flavored, like no mint flavor, just plain dental floss. That was out of stock for a while. Um, no, not canned tomatoes, but some other stuff. Italian herb mixes that was out of stock for a while. Pasta, some types of pasta, specific brands and stuff. There's a billion shapes, but there's only a few available here, so some of them are out of stock for a while. Just random things. A tinned mutton. Like tinned mutton, that was out of stock for a while everywhere. Like just random things just get out of stock here. I don't know what's wrong with the logistics here. Like people, they have one job, just import it and then sell it. Like if, like just predict what's gonna go out of stock and then order it so that it arrives in time and then just keep some stuff in the warehouse. I don't know why. Like that's all these companies do. They're distributors. Their one job is to just make sure there's a supply of products. I don't know why they're so bad at it. Same thing with the hardware stores. Like things keep going out of stock. We have computers and like technology and stuff. Like just figure out some way of like predicting trends and like figuring out when things are about to go out of stock and then just order it in time. I don't know. Like these people have been doing like these are all family businesses. They've been from like business families and stuff, like specific families that like do business. You know, like they came here from like some of these distributors, like these guys, these are Indians and like specific families. Some people are like farmers, some people have like business backgrounds, they have connections, their families are all businessmen. Mm, their family overseas are businessmen. They came here to set up businesses here. They've got like they've been doing distribution and stuff, running hardware stores and shops and factories and stuff since the early days of this country for like decades. Like they've been doing it like father to son. I don't know. They've been doing it for decades. I don't know why they haven't. Like you would think if you do something for this long, you'd get good at it. I don't know why stuff keeps going out of stock here. Like that, you have one job. You have one job. Just supply the thing. You've been doing it for decades. Get why are you still fumbling? Like I don't get it. I don't get it, man. Annoying as all hell, if anything, but yeah, I forgot to bring napkins. I'm gonna go get some napkins real quick. My brain is possibly fried, so I'm just taking Z is. Need to think is very sticky. I need to go get. Need to get some paper towels. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go drink some caffeine. I'll get most of my caffeine from soda. So it's not gonna take that long. If you're watching the VOD, this VOD might go on the main YouTube channel since someone came into chat. It's notable enough to save. So if you're watching this, I'll be back in just a few moments. I'm just gonna go get some towels and take a few take a few gulps of soda, and I'll be back shortly. So just give me I'm gonna take long. Still here, by the way. Still here. You can't see me because unless you're watching the mobile phone, then the camera is still on the mobile phone, but at the desktop horizontal view, the webcam shuts off when I activate break scene. So I'm still here. I'm whispering into the mic, but you might not see it because the camera is off in this view. Still here. Potato. I'm up to stroke. Yes, Boda. Grass cutting. Chainsaw. Extremely overpowered leaf blower. Okay, I'm gonna go get the towels. Actually, no, change of plans. I'm gonna go operate some machinery. I'm making some stuff right now with like some machines on some wood, and it's just finished its current job, and I'm just gonna. Usually, when I stream, I can't really do that since I have to be on for like 3, 4, 5 hours. But since like no one's here, I'm just gonna go quickly, unload the machine, load something else in, and start a new job. And I can hear that it's finished, so change of plans. It's gonna be a longer break than expected. But yeah, I'll be back. It's just gonna be a quick thing. Okay. Turns out my ears have deceived me, and my machine got stuck, and I just restarted it from where it had left off. So yeah, but like good thing I went to check. Otherwise, it would have wasted a lot of time. Also, I got distracted, played fetch with the dogs briefly. I've got two new puppies, and like the smaller one bites the shit out of everything and causes a lot of damage and is like constantly like causing trouble. But she is very, very, very fast, and like she likes playing fetch. So I got distracted, played fetch for a little bit. Like you can toss the ball, like the other dogs can have a little bit of like a head start. Sometimes even be like halfway to where the ball lands, and she'll just beat them. She can just run super fast, like absolutely dash across extremely quickly. And I got chips, salt and vinegar flavor. Got more snacks, salt and vinegar flavored. I'm just gonna put some of these dates back in. I got my sweet chips for today. I got salt and vinegar flavored chips, which taste good in small quantities, but if you eat too much, it's becomes very overstimulating, and then it does not taste good with water. When you drink So when you eat like salt and vinegar chips and then immediately drink water, it gives a very bad aftertaste. It's like you need like sugary soft drink, chase it with. But I don't want to do that. At the moment, I'm just gonna raw dog these chips. I have a bull clip here somewhere. Seal up the packet. There we go. Go and now we scribble. We scratch and we scribble. After I check something real quick. Hold on. Looking good, looking good. Okay, break over, let's go. Okay, clean this back up. The shading on the rock there kind of messed up the coral. Brush opacity was off. A little bit clean up here. My brain is just distracted waiting for some guy to like respond. Sounds kind of romantic. I mean, like, no, I mean, like, waiting for someone, well, not really a friend, but like someone I messaged earlier to like respond. Sorry about this. It's very, very late. I mean, it's my usual week, but just no sleep. Okay, highlighting, lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. Highlight, highlight, highlight. Okay, nice little wavy texture. Mm. Wavy. The opacity. Maybe throw more of a shadow on this side. Yeah, like a curved shadow like that, so it looks like it's going in and then tone it down a little bit and do little wavy lines. Increase the saturation a little bit, lower the opacity some more. And we have a nice textured coral. Might mix in some blues and like background colors so that it Looks almost translucent towards the end. I feel like making some of these little ridges thicker. I'm just monitoring something else. I don't have like a reference image on another photo. I'm just doing all this all from like vibes. I'm just monitoring some other stuff. Counterproductive, I know. Shade out. I mean, I need to do it this ways anyways, since it should look opaque around the stems and then transparent in between. So I need to cover up all that shading that I did up here first and then draw down. You see, that's looking fairly translucent now. See, I'm not dumb, I'm just very, very not smart. Very, very not smart. Smart. I need to practice more with the whole talking thing, oh my god. Add some sharper details to this. This whole composition here is looking a bit too soft. Next time I need to remember to sharpen my brush and practice some techniques. We have sharp edges that I smooth out. Note to self. Actually, I think I have a texture brush to add. You see, this is what I'm saying. My brain is fried. I think I could have just used like a texture brush to add little cracks. I should have some, but like nothing is coming to mind besides like maybe speckles or something. Let me see if I got something. I guess all that texture could work. And rotate it slightly. Still want to manually draw in some cracks. They look nice and sharp. That's done. Should I work on this kelp next? Yes, yes I shall. Shadow. Wait. Shadow. Bit more shadow. 1, 2. Fish up the crab. Increase opacity. Stray hair has been tickling my leg. Okay. Still no response. Let me grab the black color from here. No, that's too much. Let me know the opacity. Maybe very slight black. Yeah, this shade of gray still works, and then for the rest of this, you can just do the usual shadow. Relax my arm, relax my arm, relax my arm. Okay, back to it. Okie dokie, crab seems to be done. Now for this clamshell, it's gonna be tricky because these arrays are light. I'm just gonna disable these water arrays. You know, it's the meat. Might want to put a texture on the crab. I'm gonna think about it. Like an animal texture. Where is it in skins? That must be animal skin. Maybe weird alien texture. Yeah, that might work better. And then just burn it on. No. No opacity. Certainly on the right path. Just need to tone it down a little bit. There we go. Well, the crab's textured. This is textured. Everything's set. I just need to add a bunch of little rocks everywhere. There's a bunch of teeny tiny little rocks everywhere, and then just add the fish and stuff. Yeah, I think that's enough for today. If you are watching this VOD at some point, then, like, as usual, thanks for watching up to this point, or whatever. This VOD might be saved to the channel, so chances of anyone seeing this are very slim, but still. Huge thanks, and yeah, I'm stopping the stream now.